Can you tell me how you charge your AR? I'll give you a hint. You probably pull that little thing almost every time you initially load. I'm talking about the charging handle, of course, and in this video, we're talking all things charging handles and the advantages of getting a dedicated one for your AR-9 build when we pick out our own for our own custom PCC build. For those of you new to the AR platform, think of the charging handle kind of like the slide of a handgun. You start by putting a magazine into the AR and you pull back on the charging handle, which then pulls back on the bolt carrier group. When you release the charging handle, the bolt drives forward by the tension created from the buffer spring, stripping a new round from the magazine, pushing the cartridge into the barrel chamber. The charging handle works by locking into the upper receiver with a latch. You also have wings on the sides that you pull on when charging, and by grabbing onto the wings of the charging handle, you unlock it from the upper receiver. This is when you see options like ambidextrous charging handles, so you can grab onto it with either hand, or ones with longer wings to help grab onto the charging handle more firmly. Okay, now by no means do you need a fancy-dancy charging handle, but it is something that you're going to interact with almost every time you go out with your gun, so you're going to want something that is comfortable and easy to operate. But before you think about which charging handle you select, you probably want to give some thought into what your gun is for. Do you intend this to be a backpack or truck gun? Well, then you probably want a sleek and compact charging handle that doesn't have wider wings, for example, making it harder to pack into a bag. On the other hand, do you intend this gun just to be your range gun for a little steel plinking? Well, maybe you want something that is comfortable, easy to grab onto, and cheap. So let's move on to picking one out for our own PCC build. Let's start out simple, and our first choice is simple, reliable, and gets the job done while not breaking the bank. The AT3 Tactical GI charging handle may lack some of the bells and whistles of higher-end counterparts like ambidextrous operation, but it's a solid choice for those who prioritize affordability and simplicity. You've got 10 color choices including FDE and ODG, but also ones that are more interesting like red, pink, or blue to match whatever style and personality that you might have. If you're looking for an easy upgrade over the basic GI charging handle, then you can go with our most popular options like the Breek Warhammer, the Radian Raptor, or even the Armaspec Victory charging handles. Between these popular options, you'll probably find something that you like. Now, if you saw our last episode, we spent a lot of time talking about suppressors and how great they are when using them with 9mm ARs. So if you want to learn more about that, then go check out our last episode. But the one downside of suppressors is how gassy they can be, because instead of hucking all that gas away from us, the shooters, a suppressor is going to contain and even throw some of that gas back at us, which can be really unpleasant. To help mitigate this effect, there are lots of accessories you can get to help with controlling and reducing the heavy metal latent gas that could end up spraying in your face and into your precious lungs when you're just trying to knock down some steel downrange. One of these gas mitigating accessories is called gas busting charging handle. Some great options for these kinds of charging handles include the Breek Sledgehammer that has ports that allow the gas to go through, or the pricey yet effective Raidworks Mach 15 that incorporates a rubber gasket to help the gas from getting thrown back out the upper receiver. And speaking of pricey, there's lots of charging handles out there that are going to be all about style and sexiness that are kind of trying to be the Bugatti of charging handles, like this one. The rubberized grip and sleek design make it stand out with either black or Gucci gold coating on the charging handle itself. The extended length is a nice touch for easy manipulation. However, the Tyrant CNC Next Gen ambidextrous charging handle's price tag is steep, so you're paying a premium for looks here if you're anything like me and that's what you care about most. But if you're trying to build something like what we have in mind for our project, such as a compact, tactical self-defense gun, you might want to avoid using charging handles with extended wings like this because, again, it makes it harder to fit into a bag and increases the likelihood of something catching on it. Considering the features, the price, and overall value, I'm going to go with the Breek Sledgehammer because I like the look, the ambidextrous grip, and the color choices are great. And I want to be a little bit more unique, so I'm going to go with the ODG color option. The thing I really care about though is that gas busting design to help mitigate the gas from the suppressor I plan on adding later. It works by the chamfered fluting down the length of the underside of the charging handle that helps break up the gas as it makes its way through the ports that direct the gas up and away from my right shoulder as I'm shooting. In the end, what's great about charging handles for AR9 builds is that it's the exact same thing as an AR-15 charging handle because the operation and how it interfaces with the bolt works exactly the same as an AR-15. So what that means for us is the whole world of AR-15 charging handles is available to us to pick from, so go ahead and do some shopping around and pick something that you like and fits within your budget. So the charging handle is going to be a super important part of the look and feel of your gun, but do you know what's going to contribute to the look and feel of your gun the most? Well, find out in next week's